Buying a home is usually the single biggest financial transaction of most people's lives. These are 5 tips for first-time home buyers. Most buyers follow a strategy that is, number one, I'm going to start looking on Zillow at homes. It's not a bad strategy at all. Or I'm going to go to open houses and kind of see what houses look like on the inside. Or they're going to contact a good friend of theirs that just happens to have a real estate license. That's a normal pattern for buyers. These 5 tips will help you make sure you make the right decision on how you buy your first home. The first step should be to find a real estate agent that is successful and experienced. If you're going to make the single biggest financial investment of your life, you want to make sure you make a smart decision. Successful agents will guide you in that process very effectively. So find a successful real estate agent. The real estate agent's advice is going to be that you get pre-qualified with a mortgage lender. And again, you can Google mortgage lenders, but having a real estate agent refer you to the best lenders is a good strategy. The best lenders are going to have the best interest rates, they're going to have the best fees, and they're going to have the best services, all of which are going to be important to you. Because when you make an offer, you're going to have a pre-qualification letter. The mortgage lender is going to check your credit, verify your income, look at your debts, and tell you how much home you qualify to purchase, what your down payment's going to be, and what you can expect in terms of closing costs. These are important first steps in taking that big step in buying a home. A successful real estate agent to guide you, a great mortgage lender to pre-qualify you, and the third step is for you to have a budget. Now, a lender may qualify you for a monthly payment of $2,000 when you know with your budget you don't want to spend more than $1,500. Stay with $1,500. Let the real estate agent tell you how much home you can buy for a payment of $1,500 if that's your budget. You want to stay within your budget. I've seen buyers stretch themselves a little too thin by going with what the lender told them they pre-qualified for instead of what their budget allowed them to do. So you've got a real estate agent, you've got a lender, you've got a budget in mind. The next step is your needs and your wants. Everybody has needs when they buy a house. They either need a bigger house, a bigger space than their apartment. They want to be near a school district. They want to be near where they work or where they're going to school. And so writing down all the things you have to have in a home are a good first step. How many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, any special needs? Do you have a pet? Do you need a fenced yard? Do you need a garage for your car? Do you need to get a townhome or a condo because you're not able to take care of a yard? All these things are very important in your decision process, but you also want to include what your wants are. Well, I need X, but I would love to have an outdoor kitchen. I would love to have a huge basement, a place for a workout room. I've had buyers that had to have ceilings 10 feet high in their basements because of the cross-training workout they did. So your needs and your wants are an important step for you. The final tip, and this is where it gets fun, is going to look at houses and making sure you make the right buyer's decision. Buying a house is a lot like falling in love. You don't always know who that person's going to be, but you know it when you find them. It's magical. It's the same way in finding a house you're going to buy. There's a huge amount of emotion involved in buying a home, and that's not a bad thing. You should fall in love with the house you're going to buy. But let your agent guide you to make sure your emotion doesn't make you make a decision that you're going to regret. The real estate agent's job is to make sure that you purchase the right home and a home that's a good investment that you can sell later. I've had a lot of buyers that were blinded by obvious flaws in a home, and when they had to sell it years later, they couldn't because those flaws were too big for most other buyers. See what your real estate agent to help kind of balance that emotion with the right amount of logic to make sure you make a good purchase decision. So the 5 tips are these. Find a successful real estate agent to guide you. Let the agent direct you to a mortgage lender. Once you have been pre-qualified, have your own budget for what you can afford in buying a home. Make a list of your needs and your wants. That's going to help the real estate agent and you to look at the right houses and finally fall in love with a house. To let your real estate guide you in making a smart decision. It sounds strange, but a house you buy, someday you're going to have to sell. Make sure you make a good decision when you buy your home. I hope these are helpful to you. Thanks.